Hello, and welcome to this video on controlling procedure settings in InfoAssist. You can use the Procedure Settings feature to quickly and easily apply certain types of formatting to affect how your data displays, which is especially useful in cases where you want to customize your content for localization purposes or for different output formats. You can use the Procedure Settings option on the Quick Access toolbar to help customize your report output. If the checkbox next to each setting is unselected, the default value, which is shown before you make a selection, is applied. Otherwise, the value is determined by you. There are 6 procedure settings that you can modify here. Collation sequence is useful, determining how alphanumeric values should be sorted. You can use code page or binary to use the order in the code page that you are using, or use case sensitive or case insensitive to use settings specific to the language of your environment. Summary lines allows you to determine how grand totals are computed. The default, new, is to use whatever specifications were used for any subtotals, while setting summary lines to explicit will simply add all of the subtotal values together. Old is the same as new. Missing value allows you to define what displays when there are missing values in your report. By default, this value is set to a dot. You could set it to whatever you want to show that a value is missing, for example none or NA. Decimal notation enables continental decimal notation formatting. While the default for large numbers in a web focus report is to use commas as thousand separators and periods as decimal points, you can use decimal notation to switch these. HTML encode controls how HTML tags in your data or in defined fields appear when you run your report. When HTML encode is turned on, they will be passed through as text. When HTML encode is turned off, the code will be parsed and processed as HTML tags if possible, or removed. Finally, the empty report setting determines how reports display when no data is returned. Empty report is set to on by default, which will cause a report with the report headings and column titles to be generated even if no data is returned to the report. If we turn empty report off, no report is generated, and a message is presented saying there are no records in our output. Procedure settings can be a great way to add some further customization to your content. To learn more, visit the WebFocus 8205 knowledge base, where you can search all technical topics and videos.